Okay, so in this video I'll be teaching you exception handling. It is a very easy topic. Okay, so the first thing that we want to know is that exception is equivalent to error. Well, exception is an error. So there are types of errors, okay? So there are compile time errors and there are runtime errors. Okay? So compile time errors are the errors which occur when a program is compiling, and a runtime error is the error which occurs when the program is running. It is working perfectly, but there is an error. Okay, so the first type of error that I want you to know is syntax error. Syntax error is one of the most common errors. It is an error which occurs when there is something wrong in the syntax of the code. Say for example, we forgot to use semicolon. Okay, forgetting the use of semicolon, or forgetting them, or forgetting forgetting colons, or forgetting brackets, which is the most common one, forgetting brackets. Okay, so these are the errors caused by, these are the syntax errors. Okay, and the second one is logic error. So the second one is logic error. So what is logic error? Logic error is when the code is working perfectly, but it does not generate desired output. The desired output, or the output which you wanted the code to generate, is not generated. So that is a logic error. So this can be caused wherein there is a mistake in the loop, or the if else statements, or in any other statement like cout or anything. You forgot to print something, or you didn't want to print that and you printed the wrong thing. This gives an error in the desired output. So I'll give you an example. Okay, so say for example you wanted a code which allows people to vote. So the condition for voting is the person should be more than 18 years of age. Okay, the person should be more than 18 years of age. Then x is where you take the input, but you wrote 18, less than 18. The code will run perfectly because it recognizes this also as a condition. The compiler has no idea what you wanted the condition to be, so it will execute this, but it will not give you the desired output. Your desired output was this. So this is an logical error. The code will run, but not the way you wanted it to run. So runtime errors. Speaking of runtime errors, runtime error is something which is sudden. Okay, sudden or unexpected. You did not expect that, but that it is an error. Okay, it is sudden and unexpected error. So here is the case where we use exception handling. Sorry. Okay, exception handling comes to use over here. Okay, so in C++, can, okay, there are two types of exception handling. First is synchronous, and second one is asynchronous. Okay, I'm sorry for my handwriting, but it is like this, so very sorry. So synchronous, C++ can only handle synchronous errors, and it cannot handle asynchronous errors. So what are synchronous errors? Synchronous errors are the errors which occur during the code is running, which can be caused due to fault in the data types and things like error logics and all. So that is where these errors occur. So how do we deal with this? The C++ compiler has a specific way of dealing with this, and the steps for dealing with this are, it follows a series of steps. Okay, first step being, it hits the error, hit the exception. Second, throw the exception. third, catch the exception. And the fourth being exception handling. Yeah, handle the exception. Okay, so what does hit the exception do? Hit the exception finds the error. Finds the error or the problem in the code. Okay, now what does throw the exception do? It basically returns or throws / returns the error. Okay, what does catch the exception do? Catch the exception, this thing receives the error, and handle the exception, as the name suggests, it resolves or brings a solution to the error so that the program can keep running perfectly without ending or breaking over here, sudden unexpected error or failing of the program. Okay, so these can be divided further into two main categories. Okay, the first category is the try block. I'll explain you. Try block, and just remember this one, try block, and the second being catch block. Okay, so what does so the first category being try block. So what will the try block do? Try block it will detect the error. Okay, it will detect the error and throw the error. And the catch block will receive or catch the error, and then it will handle the error or resolve the error. Okay, so if you were to look at the statement for it, it goes like try, throw exception, and followed by a catch, and the data type and argument. Okay, so this is the format: try, throw exception, catch, data type, argument, and that is the body for the catch statement. Now the keywords over here. There are few keywords over here, which is first being try, second catch, and the third is throw. So what will the try block do? The try block will detect the error in the code and throw the error to the debugger and the catch block. So when the error is received by the catch block, so it has been thrown and it has been received, the received error is trying to be resolved. The catch block will try to resolve the error. So we have to obviously write the statements for resolving the error. Now I want you to look at this example. Okay, so I'll include the library #include, though for those of you who do not remember the libraries yet, IOStream, and using namespace std. So why do we use this namespace std is because I do not want to write std ... cout and std : cn every time. So instead I specify to the compiler that I'm using namespace std, and I can directly write cout and cn without using std : and int main, because we are writing the code, int main, And so okay, first I'll write the question itself. So say for example we need to I'll take the same example. Okay, we need to divide a number by 0. Okay, we need to divide two numbers. So if A divided by B, okay, the question is divide A by B, okay, where B is the divisor. So you know that a number cannot be divided by 0. So A divided by 0 should give an error, and it will force stop the program to run. Okay, the program will stop running. It will say it is an error. So what do we want to do? When the user enters 0, we want to show him that it is an error, and the program should display that it is an error and we cannot perform the following action. So I'll write code. So I'll declare two integers A and B. Okay, now I have to take the input from the user. You can take the input from the user outside the try block also. Okay, you can take the cin and cout statements outside the try block. So but for better understanding, let's take it inside the try block. Okay, try cout, enter num1. Okay, I've taken the input for first number, so let's store it in A, and then cout, enter num2. So the thing to remember over here is num2 is the divisor. Okay, so cin B. Now we want to check if B equals 0, which is the if statement in our thing. Okay, if B equals 0, then throw. Now it is completely your call what number do you want to take. So standardly 1 is true and 0 is false. So 0 being the negative part, we'll throw 0. Okay, throw 0, and if only B equals to 0, this part will execute. Okay, only if B equals to 0, this part will execute. So if it is not 0, then what the compiler will do is cout the answer is so it shall print the answer is A, the numerator, divided by the divisor. Okay, now once you have written the try block, we immediately write the catch block. Catch, our argument being integer A. Okay, as soon as it goes to catch block, we'll print cout the division is not possible. Okay, and that's it. So how this thing will run is, it will take input for two numbers, enter num1, enter num2, and if the divisor is 0, it will throw 0, throw being the keyword, and try being the keyword, and catch being the keyword. The throw 0 will go to int A. It will print cout the division is not possible. But if B is not equal to 0, it will continue the code, and the answer is A divided by B. So if for example our A was 10 and B was 2, the answer will be 5. But if the user was to input B's value as 0, the result will be the division is not possible. Okay, I hope you understood this, and excuse my handwriting, and thank you. Okay. So the whole thing